have no choice but to put my trust in you. I'm counting on you, Rookie, and Captain... And there's one more thing. Alina Light. Find out what that cunning wench is planning. Unless she intends to shatter a joint venture that's been running smoothly for a decade, I cannot fathom her intent. Moreover, it's not like we're failing to make money. We've even successfully expanded our business to Hydel of all places. If she seeks to oust me from the upcoming election with my middling approval ratings, she's playing a losing game.
So, what brings you to me?
I'm here for Isabel.
Isabel, you say? I thought that was all settled earlier. I've submitted the evidence. Did Enrique and Carosha send you? To probe my intentions, or perhaps to destroy the evidence? It seems like she's bitten off more than she could chew without the consultation of her partner. So I just wanted to put a stop to it. Havano Tito and you seem to be well acquainted. He practically wet himself at the sight of you.
You trust someone like Hermano Tito?
Oh my, I am not one to trust people. I trust the evidence he presented to me. He does lack a certain depth, however. Always the type to betray others. Oh, I seem to be speaking of myself to some degree. But one does what they must to protect their own. And he provided me with plausible evidence. So, what can you offer me?
What do you want?
Adventurer, I've already heard the tales of you. Quite capable, I hear. You must have something that will prove Isabel's innocence. Hence your wish to negotiate with me? Under normal circumstances, a trial would be held soon. However, if you provide me with what I want, it can be delayed. Bring the Kepler Black Crystal trade rights to me.
Isn't the operation also yours?
Oh my, that's a state-owned business. We were merely managing it on consignment. That's a tough place to do business. Not much profit in it. But Kepler is different. It's a private enterprise.
Hold on. The Black Crystal trade rights with Kepler are owned by House Dofrickson. How could we possibly...
That's something I'll leave for you to puzzle out. It wouldn't be much of a deal if I did all the heavy lifting for you, would it? Please keep me updated on your progress. If there's no progress, well, you know the consequences.
Not any. Try to outsmart carelessly. The one in die.
Feels like we're being played, doesn't it? She has nothing to lose, after all. If we secure the Black Crystal trade rights for her, the wealth of House Light will significantly increase. If we fail to secure the rights, Lady Isabel will be put on trial, leading to the inevitable downfall of House Encarosha. And House Light will absorb the Jean Merchant Guild entirely. Oh, blast, she didn't overhear that, did she?
What should we advise?
I can't think of any other clever way to deal with this. We must do what we can. As Lady Isabel herself said, doing nothing will achieve nothing. The land where the Kepler Black Crystal extraction mill was built has been owned by House Dofrickson for generations. Fortunately, the current head of the house, Fridry, happens to be the commander there.
Do you know him well?
He and I were inducted into the Trina Knights together. While he's moved up, I'm stuck as chief of security, with no greater prospect. While he, born into a family overflowing with money... No, this isn't the time for such thought. We've received some provisions from House Encarosha. It's not much, but we'll make the best of it. They're currently overwhelmed fighting the ferocious Sawnills. They should be desperate for even a little help. It's time for you to prove why I hired you. Let's head... There you are. This is the front line against the Sawnills, the headquarters of the Trina Knights, Trina Ford. We've had our fair share of skirmishes with the Sawnills. but it's never escalated to this extent. The situation is much worse than I'd heard. Ah, the supplies from the Jean Merchant Guild have arrived. We need your help. Without a guild member's approval, we were told simply not to lay a finger on them. Seeing as you are a guild member, could you deliver them directly to Quartermaster Kirkless? I'll take a look. The situation is much worse than I'd heard.
The time has come for this old lad to meet his end.
Usually, I choose to avoid.
Black shadow. The skies were dark with shadows when it spread its wing.
Usually, I choose.
My life has been a battle itself.
Huh? It's this noise from all the cannons. Nothing's gonna sail over this way, right?
Are those Asian from...
Ah, you're the adventurer. I've heard about you from Mr. Purvius. Please sign here and make sure to deliver those goods yourself. I loaded the rations on the cart. Please hurry. I want to go home.
Usually, I choose to.
Um,
Bringing. Oh, are you the representative from the Jean Merchant Guild? Oh my, you're doing great work. Truly. Thank you. Let's see, where's the document? Ah, there it is. Captain Wolfgang Vox, +1. Noted correctly. I was worried we might have to abandon the fort and retreat, but it seems we've weathered yet another storm. Huh? You want to go and see the situation for yourself? Oh, the place is a living hell right now. How can a merchant possibly help? Huh?
It's worse than we could have ever anticipated. The Sawnills have infiltrated the fort. Usually, I choose to avoid putting...
I love Iron Gunpowder. paints.
Usually, I choose to avoid putting myself in harm's way. But to negotiate the Keplen Black Crystal trade rights, as requested by Lady Alina Light. We must confer with Fridri Dofrickson, the commander here. You'll find him stationed at the top of the stronghold. There is a lift inside. We'll use it to reach the commander. Let's rendezvous by the lift.
Our Sawnils are swarming in. Brace for battle! I am Wolfgang Volks, advisor of Calpheon! You dare set foot on Calpheonian soil? Not on my watch!
How is it fight? Certainly make time, doesn't it?
Remarkable! You possess such prowess in combat. Why have you kept so silent about possessing such skill? If I'd known you could fight this well, we could have bypassed the supply issue and plunged directly into the fray. I assumed you were simply a shrewd negotiator, given Lady Isabel's introduction of you as a fresh recruit. Now, let's take the lift up. The commander is on the upper floor of this building. Just wait a moment, and the platform will descend shortly. Climb aboard, and it'll take us to the top.
Lift, quiet and intriguing contrast.
Isn't it something? Now, I felt the same when I first rode it. Its novelty wanes with time and familiarity, I'm afraid. Perhaps the commander already foresaw...
Survivors of the troop will likely be 1 in 10.
I thought it was you! The brave soul who broke through the gates. It's been a while, my friend.
To skies we rise! Chief of Security Wolfgang Volks reporting for duty, Commander!
What's with the formality? I told you, there's no need for such things between friends.
Well, we are on duty, Commander. Let's meet for a drink later on in Calpheon.
Aye, perhaps it's better that way. And who have you brought with you? A friend with quite impressive combat skills, I see. Judging by the attire, not a new knight, it seems. Have you hired a mercenary, Wolfgang?
Indeed. I'm a mercenary hired by
Affirmative. Though, Commander, how did the Sawnils manage to overrun the fort?
It's quite vexing. I'm at my wit's end trying to figure it out. With no reinforcements and dwindling rations, I was considering retreating to the capital. It's truly a blessing that you, my old comrade, showed up to lend a hand. This victory shall be a turning point for us. Now, we'll wipe every blasted blighter from the land. We must report this joyous news to Supreme Commander Castilian. Wolfgang, how about you light the beacon yourself? It will serve as our signal of victory.
Me, sir? Understood. I'll head to the beacon right away.
I'm proud to call myself your friend. Once this battle is over, we will surely celebrate together.
Captain Wax, we don't have time for this.
Can't be helped. Before we negotiate the trade rights, we need to make a good impression. Let's move.
This victory shall...
you stay here. Due to security reasons, that area is restricted to authorized personnel only. If that feels unfair to you, you could always join the Trina Knights. You're more than qualified. I'll go light the beacon. You must be exhausted, so take a moment to rest.
True. Guys. It's like this. In.
I'm back. What are you staring at? Oh. Is that thing truly floating?
Know anything about that relic?
Between the recent events at Star's End and inexplicable occurrences like this, the world is growing more peculiar by the day. Ah, well, that's a problem for future us, I imagine. Let's head back.
Commander, it seems it will hold for half a day at most. This is Trina Fort, the heart of Red Edge.
Great work. Now that we've achieved this victory, Parliament should have good reason to support us.
And that is like that. Noted.
Now that's been dealt with, there's something you wanted to ask? Don't be shy. A war hero should easily speak their mind.
Was the ancient relic next to the beacon tower?
Well, yes, indeed. You see, Commander, the thing is, the Black Crystal Mine in Keplen... What? Ancient relic? Why are you bringing that up?
You mean that floating geometric monstrosity? The Elion Church requested it. But with the situation as it stands, I've been unable to deliver it. Why do you ask?
Has anyone seen a man in a black robe?
A suspicious character, acting rather oddly. We've had a few reports about him. We thought he was just a lost traveler. But when our soldiers approached, he vanished without a trace. But why the sudden interest? Is there something connecting the two that I'm missing? Do you have some idea of what's going on? Come on, out with it. Even if it's some far-fetched theory.
Adventurer? He's talking to you. Go on, say something.
Of course, relic is complete. Putin, Memor. Also. Next. Sure. Back then. FB. Get the relic. Grow. Capture it. Can't let. A bit strange. The relic spell, but like stones.
Commander, the exit route is on.
What if Megas of Odin are flashing?
The enemy has infiltrated the
Adventurer?
fortress.
What's got you so deep in thought?
I want the relic.
How can you be so sure? And why should we trust an outsider like you?
Commander, I'll gladly vouch for them. They played a crucial role in defeating the Phantom Knight and saving Balanos. They're also a special envoy of the future Duchess, Lady Jarrett, actively tracking Jordine from Serendia. You can trust them.
Well, If you say I can trust them, Wolfgang, I'll hear what they have to say.
They know the Jordan and back.
Nonsense! That piddling little province has the audacity to... and to stoop to employing the power of vile heretics. So his plan is to release savage demi-humans across the realm, diverting the majority of our troops to deal with that threat, and to then swiftly take the capital while it's devoid of defenses. It's a plausible strategy, assuming that what you said about the Black Stones and the relic is true. Right. So, now that we know what we're dealing with, how do we deal with it? There must be a way, of course.
Captain West.
I heard that the Sawnil leader is significantly larger and faster than the others. We need to bait it into the castle alone, and subdue it in a single decisive strike.
If we load the relic onto a wagon and run, those doddering brutes won't be able to keep up, right?
I think it's worth a shot, Commander. Based on what we've observed, they aren't very smart.
True. If we subdue their leader, dealing with the remaining ones will be child's play.
Seems like a good plan.
There's one problem, though. Let's say we lure it in here. We will have to take it down at some point. My men are spent from the unending conflict. We don't have the strength left within us to defeat it.
I'll give it a solid show of my strength. And this mercenary, well, you've seen their might firsthand.
I will take it down.
I was waiting for you to say that. If you succeed, I'll grant reward by my authority. Captain Luce, prepare transport and load the relic. I will spearhead the operation.
Once this matter is out of the way, we'll be able to discuss the Black Crystal trading rights in lighter spirits. The fates of Lady Isabel and myself lie in your hands. Please, try not to die.
And we came. Boat.
The Sawnil siege, Captain! It's coming!
That's it! Close it! Clear position!
In position!
Commence the Sawnil subjugation!
Devices. Again.
I was aware of your capabilities, but witnessing them firsthand was awe-inspiring.
Thanks to your excellent advice.
Without your aid, we wouldn't have succeeded. Truly, it was incredible. Let's return to the commander and resume our conversation. We must save Lady Isabel.
What a fantastic strategy! I can almost taste our imminent victory.
Thank you for harassing.
Now, as promised, your reward. What do you want? Speak up!
Commander, I mean, what we want is... well...
Why can't you say it?
Go ahead, my friend. What is it that you require? Ah, is it that sword you're after? The Black Star Greatsword. It's yours. I recall us talking about our dreams back in our days as junior officers. Remember? Back then, I expressed my desire to lead the Trina Knights. And you said that you want to become the chief counselor someday. Are you hoping to become the commander of the fort? Judging by everything you've done today, I have no qualms. If I get promoted to a higher position in the capital, I'll make sure to recommend you as my successor.
Veš vas, tu hurry.
Frederick! In truth, I... So the...
Indeed! Ha! Are you finally ready to pursue your ambitions? Our house could provide you with political support.
I require the Black Crystal trading rights. Even a minor share would suffice.
Hmm? The Black Crystal trading rights? Are you planning to put down your sword and take up a pickaxe?
It's a long and complicated story, but I beg you, a life hangs in the balance. It's the only way to get through a national crisis. Would you please consider transferring even just a minor share?
That's it.
That's so. Very well. It's yours. Not just a share, but the entire enterprise.
What? Just like that? That easily? I hardly dare to even mention it, considering it's your family's business.
Look here. Between you and me, I've been looking for someone to take it over anyway. After the strange incidents in Balanos, odd things began happening in Calpheon as well. People poisoned by black crystals. Mysterious diseases spreading. It's chaos. Our alchemists believe black crystals are the cause, so, of course, I had half a mind to wash my hands of it. I'll personally head to the capital to arrange for the transfer, once this sawmill business is behind us. Besides, it's been a while since we've had a drink, hasn't it? I do miss Calpheon's bustling market streets.
I feel the same. But, as I've stated, stopping Jordine must be our priority.
Of course, my friend. I'll help you as much as I can. The Grand Chamberlain of such a squalid state must be taught a lesson.
First, let's head back to the capital.
Of course, Frederick. Now we must head back. I've heard trolls are wreaking havoc in other areas.
I understand. It was great seeing you again, Wolfgang. With yet another heroic tale to share with everyone. Adventurer, may the winds lift you skyward to glory!
Right. Attacking. Right away. The more is brown.
Survivors of the troop will likely be 1 in 10. Commander, it seems it will hold for half a day at most.
Again. Mash terror instead of taking Calpheon right away. Memories next to ground. By time. Figure tension. Yes. Odds are our favor.
ceded the mining rights in their entirety. I was only expecting a mere tenth. What a pleasant surprise. As promised, I'll postpone the public trial. Now I can understand why Isabel speaks so highly of you. Here's the form for the trial postponement, as promised. Our house seal has been stamped. Nice and clear. I don't know what kind of ace you have up your sleeve, but good luck. Save Isabel, if you can. I could submit the form, but I'm sure you'd rather do it yourself. And you likely have some matters you wish to discuss.
Wolfgang, you are not eavesdropping. You are attempting to better understand your boss's intention.
Capstock, what are you doing here?
Mushroom, the Supreme Commander is having a private discussion with the Chief Counselor. Here, listen.
Chief Counselor, I'm telling you again, they're not just any trolls. Ancient trolls have awakened.
On their kwanzaa.
I pledged my support for you in this election, but if you continue to demand the sacrifice of our knights,
I have a plan. I only ask for your continued patience. I assure you, at the start of my next term, I will allocate the budget as promised.
you didn't forget whose sacrifice it was that brought peace to Calpheon City, have you? The knights are frustrated, close to their breaking point, and remember, I'm the one keeping them under control.
Like the Soonhills, it seems that the trolls are also behaving unusually. The situation appears graver than I had believed. Wolfgang, you are not...
Trolls are old bastard. Amored. Was ancient. Or petrified. Give. Page ahead.
I see no reason to reject your request. Fine. The trial will be postponed. You must have struck a favorable deal with House Light, given that Alina Light aided you like this. You've come all this way just to deliver this to me. It seems there's something you want.
The Sun
What is it?
Rampage was part of Jordan's plan.
I'm aware. Is that all you have to say?
You knew? Then why hasn't Parliament done anything? All those knights on the front line!
Chief Security Officer Wolfgang Vox, why do you fear a mere fugitive from a vanquished vassal state? Delphi, Trina, Valkyrie, have they been trained so poorly that they're no match for mere heretics?
You shouldn't underestimate him.
For the great Republic of Calpheon, such a disturbance is hardly worth losing sleep over. Our strength should not be underestimated. A man should be able to see the bigger picture. Wolfgang, I know you're interested in politics.
Sir, what's this all of a sudden? I'm just... As the Chief of Security, I'm concerned for the safety of our citizens.
Wolfgang, it's just me here. There's no need to pretend. Do you know how critical these times are for the Republic? If you help me with my re-election as the Chief Counselor, I will appoint you as my loyal advisor.
What do you want?
Adventurer, you catch on fast. I like that. This era of Calpheon's history belongs to Hermann Pharesio. Jordine won't be more than a footnote in our history books. At least so long as I'm in power. Do you understand? They're all quiet as of now because they believe they have an ace up their sleeves. I'm aware that as the election draws near, the other candidates will try to use this Jordine as the means to my undoing, despite having done nothing to thwart him themselves.
Get to the point.
Kill him. It's that simple. Or at least ensure that he doesn't attack Calpheon before the election.
Sir, it's far too reckless. The consequences could be catastrophic if we fail.
If fear holds you hostage, you'll never achieve anything. Let that be your first lesson. You do well to remember it. I think I've explained enough. Adventurer, what do you think? If you can handle the Sonnels at Trina Fort, surely some foolish trolls will be no match for you.
What's in for us?
Adventurer, what are you thinking? Was Trina Fort not a wake-up call? Putting an end to this will require more than our strength alone.
I will release Isabel in Karosha. You have my word. Wolfgang, you will find your political footings as part of my faction. Parliament needs someone like you, a man of principle, especially now when money-hungry merchants fester within its ranks.
Chief Counselor, I...
Head to the anti-troll fortification. I will send an official correspondence to instruct cooperation.
Woodman a calling Sly, huh? That's the plot pulling the backlog back.
Oh no. First it was Counselor Enkarosha, and now even the Chief Counselor with this proposal.
Look, everyone needs their side.
Your words, even in jest, are an arrow straight to my heart. None of this would have been achievable without your help. Trina Fort would have fallen into the hands of the Sawnhills without your intervention. That you appeared in Calpheon at this exact moment, you are undoubtedly a miracle sent straight from Lord Elion. So, our next destination is the anti-troll fortification. That's the last place I'd choose to be.
Should try another time.
So, here we are. The anti-troll fortification.
This is correct. Like the import, it lasts long. Bronze at the door in the capital are sitting comfortably. No matter, never change.
I'll never get used to the sight of those giants. I admire Captain Vidal's courage.
Things don't look too promising.
Indeed. Idle chatter is a luxury we can't afford. Securing the entrance should be our priority. So, here we are.
Front line! Stop it! I can't believe this. Did I really see what I think I just saw? How could one person break through all those troll hordes alone? There must be some trickery at play, right? Or has fabled mad scientist Marnie made his return?
Captain Vidal, it's been a while. You're doing well, I hope?
Oh, Chief Security Officer Volks. Why would someone as busy as you come here? Latif, did you request reinforcements? The capital security force should be protecting the capital.
No, sir, I did not. I wouldn't dare to do that.
Here an official letter from Chief Counselor.
To the officer in charge of the anti-troll fortification, ensure Captain Volks and his mercenary receive your full cooperation. Well, I can't disobey the Chief Counselor. What do you need, Captain?
It's not what you think. We're here to lend a hand, sir.
Give us a brief on the system.
You're a mercenary! This is ridiculous. A knight doesn't report to a mercenary. This is an absolute load of shit. I cannot believe... Listen up. I'll only say this once. Normally, trolls only attack people when they're hungry. We have no idea why they're suddenly acting like this. Are we done here? Oh, if you want to make yourselves useful, deal with the ones firing the catapults over there. The soldiers can't breathe with all the dust being kicked up. We'll talk more when you're taking care of that.
That's a...
Understood? Understood what? Why are you suddenly acting so meek? Captain, this person is a special envoy of the Chief Counselor and future Duchess of Serendia. Show some respect.
Oh, yes, yes. Pardon my manners, of course. As the Chief of Capital Security Commands.
Captain Andre!
Captain Andre Vidal, sir!
Let's just focus on the this.
Tolerate much, but disrespect toward you, that's a line I won't allow to be crossed. I'll hold my tongue for now.
The adventurer will come out alive if what people say is true. If it's all well-crafted deception, well, the rocks will take care of them.
Let's go for scouting trolls. Scout the trolls through the task. Troll wielding tanky. Let's launch borders and catapult. Attack from catapults.
I assume those large lads over there are the trolls that Captain Andre was speaking of. I admit, their size is enough to send chills down my spine, but I have no doubt he can handle them.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, amazing. That memory, fucking waking up, sending the Calpheon. I see that cross are attacked. How did I find them? Guys were actually telling them what a surprise. Traveling without what kind of danger they are facing. Quiet over. Probably. statue, the familiar figure, classic.
I've grown accustomed to you mumbling to yourself, but where are you rushing off to? At least inform me before you... Ah! Jordine!
Shh. Keep it down.
Did they flee here, only to be petrified by the light?
Answer me. Where is Quint, your leader?
Stop. Stop tormenting us. I'll tell you.
There you go. Now, lead me to Quint.
Queen. I never heard that name. That leader? I thought he was. Yes. Strange. That was bad.
Of course, pursuing him is an option, but right now...
You've been observing the ancient trolls as well, I see. How are things faring with Calpheon?
Why is everyone here?
Aiden, is now really the time to worry about others? The two of us have only just managed to secure the origin of clear water.
The two of us is frankly a phrase I'd rather not hear uttered by you, Martha. Just hearing it sends a cold shiver through me.
Aiden!
Aiden, what is Queen?
The leader of the ancient trolls, nearly the size of a house. Why are you looking for him in the face of all these ancient trolls? Ah, I see. So you can hear the voice of Belmorn, is that it? But tell me, did Jordine go to awaken Quint?
Aiden, quit it! Unless you want to face Quint yourself, we have to go. We're already late.
I'm aware, Martha, but as we share a common goal, it's only fitting we share information, is it not?
Queen?
What kind of creature is Quint? It seems we're throwing ourselves into obvious peril.
According to records, he is described as being of massive size, tremendous strength, and ferocious temperament. If Jordine really sought him out, probably plans to use him as a pawn in his attack against Calpheon.
He would go so far as to resurrect those forgotten beings. Just how deep is his resentment towards Calpheon?
Thank you. Do you have any more information?
There was a faint reaction from an ancient relic remaining at the prehistoric ruins below the mountain north of Calpheon. We overlooked it as the origin of ancient light was our priority. But it may be worth looking into yourself. If you plan to go there, do be careful. There's a huge black crystal right at the cave's entrance.
Aiden!
All right, Martha, I'm coming. The origin of ancient light will soon be complete. The final battle is fast approaching. I implore you to save as many innocent lives as possible before then. Well, until we meet again.
The situation is already beyond our control. And now Quint? I believe the captain should be informed. Of course, pursuing him is an option, but right now, we don't even know where Quint is. Moreover, there's clearly a person in charge here. So it would be inappropriate for me to handle things on my own. Please understand. This is how knights normally go about their duties. We always adhere to the rules.
I see. So,
Our
thought you'd have managed to track him down already. It's not far.
Captain Wax prepared to report to you, but...
Huh? Why would you say that, Captain Volks? Your mercenary here seems more than capable. Don't tell me you don't know how to get to Quint Hill. To think the Chief of Capital Security doesn't know the lay of the land.
Of course not, Captain. As you're the person in charge, I deemed it necessary to report any anomalies to you first.
Hogwash! Last time you spat on the commander's orders and stole all the glory for yourself. Now you're playing the saint?
You don't have time for this.
Who do you think you are? You're just an outsider. I don't even need to talk to a merc like you. One of my scouts already reported that you were contacting a suspicious individual. I've assembled an advance party consisting of skilled soldiers and knights to advance on Quint Hill.
Hold on. It's too dangerous for regular infantrymen. It must be approached with caution, and aided by the adventurer and myself.
Wolfgang Volks! Finally revealing your true colors. The title of Chief Security Officer not enough for you, eh?
What did you just say?
Acting all concerned and kind in front of us, and then you'll try to take all the credit. Am I right? It's happening all over again. You think I'll just stand by and watch?
Hiding with box. The walls. Yeah.
You're such a naive man. The value of a soldier is determined by their victories.
Or shouldn't be a man's.
What about him? He took the credit for my military exploits and rose to the rank of Chief Security Officer. So you snatch my glory right before my eyes and then have the audacity to return and play the noble gentleman. You won't get your way, Wolfgang Volks. Not this time. I'll make sure of it.
What do you mean?
Captain Vidal, it was merely the result of being in the right place at the right time. Luck was the only determining factor, nothing more.
More hogwash. You're the one who charged into the battle when Commander Castilian took the field. You intend to chalk up your despicable act of dismissing a direct order to mere luck.
I will not die for personal vendettas. Is it?
You're just like him. There's no reasoning with either of you.
Captain Vidal, I followed you because I trusted you. You know that I was just following orders.
I'm sick of your hollow words. I will not let you steal my glory again. Latif, form a unit at once and attack Quint. Bring that stupid troll's head to me.
Yes, sir. I'll lead the march immediately.
Captain, even though the situation here is stable for now, you can't just deploy the soldiers like this.
Shut up! I'm the one in charge here. I control everything in this place. Am I clear?
Captain Andre, please!
The air-headed and his book is high and mighty. Like his wait a lot of venom. Let's wait for a while until right for us. Hehe. What? They're going them right now. Lack the power to defeat him.
Mother! Father! No, please help! Calpheon, please! Let me go! You monster! Let me go! No!
Oh, hell no!
You're so stupid. Ganesh, creature, the joke. How dare you? Come on. At least I forgive you. I think I'll be satisfied with it. Something buried. They're through rubber. Headache choice. Captain. Happy in the weren't for you. Much by now. Find her. Takes I can't find information. Alright.
Adventurer, what happened? What of the soldiers and Quint?
Quint has fallen, but all the soldiers are dead.
So it has come to this. Andre, I have lost whatever remaining respect I held for you.
Are you doubting the judgment of the active field officer? I identified a threat and dispatched the troops. I made the best decision I could as a leader. You too must follow my orders.
You disregarded the reinforcements from the chief counselor and led the soldiers here to their deaths. They were beloved fathers, brothers, and sons. You killed them for nothing other than blind ambition.
I killed them. They are heroes who defended our country. Are you insulting the death of soldiers now? Wait, who's that behind you? Don't tell me you're in league with them.
Don't change the subject. There's nobody behind them. Whoa! Sortine!
It's been a while, minion of the primordial Black Spirit. Did you enjoy scavenging the scraps I left behind? Yes, those measly black stones. You must be parched. Black stones are like seawater to you. Drink deep enough and they will kill you. Are you so desperate to defeat me? Look at you frantically clutching at crumbs. So sadly similar to my former self. Adventurer, you must be wondering why I'm so fixated on Calpheon. Why I've abandoned myself and even surrendered my soul to an ancient being. That is what revenge does to you. It devours you. Calpheon, took everything from me. Now, I'll take everything from Calpheon. As the king of Serendia!
Your Majesty, the Shadow Knights are at your service.
Come, loyal servant of Hexa. The revenge I have sought for over a decade begins now. Burn down Calpheon. Farewell, my Juret.
Paimon has gained his power. Nothing is everything.
Could that really have been the same Jordine I once knew? With a legion of darkness under his command and a sinister black dragon.
Captain Works, Jordan has finally learned patience.
Yes, we've been safeguarding the outskirts of Calpheon. But now a more formidable threat is advancing towards the capital. Despite all our best efforts, the deal with the Chief Counselor seems to have ended in failure. But that no longer matters. It's time I return to my duty of protecting the citizens of the capital. It will be our final battle. Would you lend me your strength?
Of course,
One last
hurry.
time.
Are you out of your mind? Paimon will kill you. Any idea how for you? Keen. Okay. Again? Hey, hear me. I won't let you die here. Head to the bridge right now. Find the relic and get stronger. Huh?
Adventurer! What's wrong? Are you alright? I understand we've been pushing ourselves to the limit. Calpheon needs you now more than ever, but I cannot ask you to endanger your life.
Good, I catch up.
Understood. If your strength returns, do come to aid me. Don't fret if it doesn't. I'm truly grateful for all you've done already. In the name of the Trina Knights, I vow to shield Calpheon from Jordine at all costs. For safety's sake, I'll leave one of my knights behind to escort you. Of course, you're stronger, but it's just a precaution. You're not well acquainted with the region, are you? Let him guide you, and focus on recovering. Henceforth, this fortification is under the command of Wolfgang Volks. All troops fall back to the capital. We march to protect our kin.
Great. What are you doing this? None of you for now. Don't follow me and they will die.
Could that really have been the same Jordine I once knew?
Remember. What will I would want you? Snake? Seriously, what is wrong with you?
To skies we rise. I am Aslind. It's an honor to serve such a hero.
I'm fine by myself.
My duty is to escort you, and for a knight, their duty is their life. So I entreat you, don't cast me aside. I'm determined to be of aid to the hero of Calpheon.
Think I'm a hero?
Of course I do. I was a junior officer stationed at Trina Fort when things settled down there. I was reassigned to the anti-troll fortification with my own eyes and ears. I witnessed here your heroic valor as you saved our fortress from peril. So how can I not call you a hero? Serving you is the greatest honor I could ask for.
Sounds young.
Not so young. I turned 16 this year. I enlisted to restore House Bellucci to its former glory. I joined the Trina Knights and dedicated myself to the Republic. Aslind at your service.
Take me to Bree Tree
The
Ruin.
ruins beyond Bernianto Farm. I'll get you there quick as the wind. The ruins lie a fair distance to the north. We'll set off as soon as you're ready.
Huh.
Here we are. This is Bree Tree Ruins.
It is?
Yes. When I was young, my sister Milano always warned me not to set foot in here. And now I see why. It feels like we might see a ghost at any moment. Here we are. This is Bree Tree Ruins.
But here, Bank Eden. This way. I see. Let's keep going. Look you. Look. Definitely. Oh, let me take it right in. The biggest next assault on Calpheon that we care for than I thought. Yeah.
Incredible. Such a massive black crystal. Tell me, hero, is this what you came for? If we could take this, Calpheon would know even greater prosperity. Let's see. What the?
return. He is so formidable now that he anymore, or that don't care. And where are you? Think about that kid. Die. Were it not for me, have we met this fate of your agonizing trait, concept, or any correct. That's your way. Why? They're all so. I'm fit. Kabu. Bamor. Harness. Anti. Power. Please. Send a guard that. How pity. Haha. Form a guard. Brass. There to you. Have we go for it now?
as you can! You? Could it be? Are you the hero who saved Trina Fort and the anti-troll fortification? If you are, please join us. Our soldiers are struggling to hold on.
Time to show them how. Oh, go on, keep reading it. Press on the head. Off we go again. Back. Hey, heck. Yep.
Jump back down!
It won't save you. And back home. Go back. So, Captain. Forma. wind. Resurrected Ancient.
For Calpheon! Reclaim the Republic!
Trina Knights, impressive as ever. They were at the forefront when Calpheon trampled Serendia. But now it is time for Calpheon to be trampled upon.
Ventura, you came just in time. Please, save Calpheon. Now,
Look at him. There's him or what? I'll be your opponent. Not that strength yet. What a sorry sight. Keep your eyes on Valmore.
Here you are at long last, adventurer. Incredible. So many black stones I left behind for you, yet you remain unaffected. A shame. You would have made a perfect pawn. No matter. It seems you are the last obstacle in my way. I shall tear you apart and take Calpheon as my own. Come at me!
Oh.
This place shall be your grave! Witness the wonders that I shall unfold. how pitifully you beg. I am your king. Kneel. I am your king. Kneel. For so long, I've dreamt of nothing but this moment. To become the heir of Serendia, to bring Calpheon to its knees. Even if you, adventurer, stand in my way, today my dream becomes reality. I'm sacrificing myself! Helmorn! I surrender myself to you entirely!
Lastly, this fight lasted him. You just to me instead of
Might this be the end of the Republic?
Adventurer, you held out well.
We stand ready to banish the darkness back to the void.
The origin of ancient light. As a final step, to call forth the light. Adventurer, we need your power. Padir mensam eltahimni gotana. Captus.
Mindutir, Orwin, Og, Bedama. I see. This shall be the end of my need.
Adventurer, now's the time. Finish him off.
Try me.
Jordan!
You shall kneel before me. Curses. Mother, Father, my journey may end here.
Joe!
Al. Please tell Jerry I'm so sorry. And adventurer, I wish we could have been friends.
We won. Victory is ours. The Republic has won! All hail the triumphant hero!
We defeat them all. Regardless of good. That thing. Ancient light. My power. Next door. My power. And look. Versus for you to cap.
Adventurer, you're the savior of Calpheon.
We won together.
Oh, such modesty. But, well, yes, I suppose I did play a crucial role. More importantly, how are you feeling? It's been days. You've been sleeping like the dead.
I think I'm full for
That's a relief. We've all been concerned. Lady Isabel kept asking about you. Now, let's make our way outside. The people of Calpheon await their hero.
proud of absolutely ground.
Citizens, behold, your hero! The very mercenary chosen by me, your chief counselor.
But no, I'm not.
What are you saying? This hero has been working for Calpheon alongside my daughter since they set foot in Serendia.
Do you not recognize the man beside our hero? That's Captain Volks of Trina, the chief security officer of Calpheon City.
You two are quite ambitious. You do well to remember who the chief counselor of Calpheon is. Isabel's trial hasn't even started yet. And the request for reinforcements from the capital security is still pending.
Why bring up such matters at this joyous time? My daughter's innocence will surely be proven.
Calpheon needs a stronger defense. Don't forget that the election is drawing near.
What are they talking about? Why are they arguing?
Who's telling the truth? I'm not sure.
I have a headache.
No, I think we should retire for the time being. We can't afford to act recklessly right now. How about paying a visit to Lady Isabel? There's likely less of a fuss going on there. Everyone! Our hero still needs rest! Please, come back another time!
Totally wrong.
The skies we rise! Is there anything I can assist you with, sir?
We've come to visit Lady Isabel. We've got the council's approval, so let us through.
Yes, sir. I need one person to fill out the visitor records. Will you be doing it, sir?
Yes, I'll take care of it. Why don't you go ahead? I'll finish up this paperwork and join you shortly.
The skies we rise! Is there...
Oh.
There you are. Seeing you move about, it seems like you're all recovered. My trial is today. They're going ahead with it right after Jordine's defeat. How predictable. As you can see, I'm being kept under house arrest. And my father... I have no idea what he's thinking. Does he really intend to let his only daughter remain imprisoned? I can only speak freely about this with you. My apologies. You're still not in the best of health.
Let me help you.
How? Then again, other than Povius, you're the only one I can trust in this world. But I've done nothing for you. Why go to such lengths for me?
So you have been able to stop Jordan.
That is very kind of you to say. But this is House Light, the most illustrious family in Calpheon we're talking about. My family's status is forged on a foundation of gold. My father spent his whole life amassing wealth with relentless fervor. He would undertake any venture for the promise of coin. Perhaps that's why my father had a multitude of enemies. But House Light... Can I really stand against them? What do you think?
Of course you can.
Are you certain of that? Very well. Your words have instilled some courage in me. Then, as the branch head of the Jean Merchant Guild, I must live up to the expectations of our newest recruit.
What are you most stop?
Do you remember the blade Jordine was wielding? That's the Ashen Usurper, a symbol of Belmorn. That information came from Professor Alustin himself. But someone had possession of that sword before Jordine. Sir Edmund Dawson, the manager of the extraction mill. Isn't it strange? Why would a man like that have such a sword? Regardless, if we retrace Edmund's tracks, we're bound to find something. He was not the most meticulous of men, after all. After his death, I was the first to his residence, and obtained his ledger for my efforts. I've hidden it away in my father's vault. Thanks to that, we could avoid the judiciary's search. Povius, how's my witness doing?
He has regained consciousness. Chief Valentine is very skilled.
Good. You've given me all the courage I need, adventurer. So I won't be backing down now. There is something I need from this trial, and I need your help getting it.
Why are there so many documents to handle? How much more do they intend to torment the lady?
Captain West, let's go.
Huh? We came all this way here to see her. I should pay my respect. Where are you rushing off to? You won't get another chance to visit her again until the trial. Yet you're leaving so soon? Lighten up, you're as rigid as a board. Why the haste? I know you're not back to full strength yet. Lady Isabel, how are you faring? Good, good. Then see you again next time, I suppose.
Off we go.
We can't even take a...
I'm sorry, Geoffrey. I cannot approve your loan request. You should leave.
If we fail to cover the promissory note due this time, House Ern will go bankrupt. Why don't you postpone your donation to the Holy College? Please, please help. You're my father-in-law.
What father-in-law? Did you forget what your father did when Isabel was falsely accused?
That... I apologize on behalf of my father, but... It seems you have a guest. I'll come back later.
Pathetic. Just like his father. If only he had taken after his mother a bit. I was wondering who it could be. What brings you here?
Sir, has the inspection team paid you a visit yet? In regards to Lady Isabel's case?
Don't you know how many officers in Calpheon grow fat on my coin? Wolfgang, I expected better from you.
I don't ledger here.
Don't worry about her case. By rights, Isabel should be locked up in the Calpheon dungeons. Yet she is at home, safe and warm. This is the power I wield over this city. I'm untouchable. Once people lose interest, money can smooth matters over. So simply cease snooping around and let things be.
I will defend her.
Before House Light, the most prestigious family in Calpheon, you have no power to oppose them while you were fighting with Jordine. Do you think they sat around picking the lint from their pillows? Evidence has likely been tampered with, and anyone involved either bought off or silenced for good. Even if you're hailed as the hero who defeated Jordine, this is Calpheon, a city of nobles.
I will protect Isabel.
I've already told you. Stirring things up won't do her any good. Leave. All I trust in is coin, and nothing but coin. I'll handle this matter with the power I possess, the power it's afforded me.
Oh dear, he is too stubborn. What's our next move? She said the ledger is in his safe.
Can't you?
What are you thinking? I see. I suppose I'm not in a position to be picky. Sir, as Jordine has been taken care of, I'd like to discuss the reinforcement of the capital security force.
What is wrong with you? I'm a father whose daughter is on the precipice of imprisonment. Do you hear yourself? Have you forgotten whose coin has kept you trained, kept you properly outfitted? Have you?
Was this that he used? Open the safe with found those that were hidden. Elizabeth.
His roar is always so intimidating. By the way, I didn't know you were so light-fingered.
Here, weapons station.
Oh, this must be it. It appears to be a very ordinary ledger. What exactly are we searching for? Most of the records are about black crystals. And as we're aware, the mine is under the control of the Light Merchant Guild. Let's see. There's also details on the guards' lodging and meals, armory management, wages. Oh, here it is. Lady Isabel's words were true. The guards' equipment records. It states that a sword obtained from an unidentified individual was stored in the armory. Judging by the recorded size, material, and shape, I'm certain it's the Ashen Usurper. But will this be enough to defend her? Hold on, what's the time? Oh, the trial is about to commence. We must rush to the Callus Plaza.
Rush.
Because of They say that in Calpheon will get fleeced in broad daylight. How can people live in such a busy and hostile environment?
Lady Jarrett, what are you doing here?
Adventurer! Oh my, you look gaunt. Are you eating properly?
I heard you collapsed after fighting Jordine, but I see you're still alive and kicking. A fortunate turn indeed.
Ah, we came to prove that there is no connection between the Shadow Knights and the Serendian dukedom. And I hear dear Isabel is about to go on trial soon as well. I simply cannot miss out on such a spectacle.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Huh? What are you going on about? I heard only Belmont's corpse remained after you defeated him. Chief Freyro told me that Sir Jordine should still be alive, and it was thanks to you, right? I knew you'd look out for him. That's what happened, isn't it? I know you wouldn't refuse my request. My honorable knight of Serendia wouldn't do that.
It appears the trial is about to commence. Let's hurry. You came to watch it as well, didn't you?
Roy, go ahead and prepare our seats.
Yes, I will take care of it, Your Grace.
Run! Where is the battery? Take a seat.
Order in the court. The trial is about to commence. Citizens, take your seats and remain silent.
And this came to it such a significant
I
event.
am Herman Foresio, the Chief Counselor of the Republic of Calpheon. The court of the First Criminal Department of the Callus Parliament is now in session. Case number 286-192. The Grand Chamberlain of Serindia's collusion with the Shadow Knights. Are both sides in attendance?
Plaintiff Elena Light, Your Honor.
Defendant Isabel and Karosha, Your Honor.
Plaintiff, specify the accusation made against the defendant and provide justification for such allegations.
Jordine Ducasse, former Grand Chamberlain of Serendia, who instilled fear in the hearts of the Calpheon citizens. How was it he dared to point his sword at Calpheon's throat? It was all thanks to the support of his sponsor, Isabel and Karosha. No one suspected it. She was not foolish enough to openly show her support for Serendia. Instead, she supported the Baron of Montvidal. It was a very cunning choice. Yes, a land of perilous ruin, where one can hardly imagine soldiers or farmers residing. Under this guise, Serendia secretly trained elite soldiers, ready to be deployed at a moment's notice.
What an utter farce! You can't just accuse her out of hatred, out of spite!
Shh! Quiet, Jerry. Calm down. They can't find out about the other forces Joe was raising.
Order! Disrupt the proceedings of this court again, and you will be removed immediately. Continue, plaintiff.
As many of you know, the Jean Merchant Guild is a jointly run venture between House Light and House Enkarosha. I discovered some unusual transactions while balancing last month's books, so I took a deeper look and unearthed an unsettling truth. The funds used for the acquisition of the Heidel League of Merchants were actually used to support Montvidal. I immediately informed the Duke of Serendia and had him strip the former Grand Chamberlain of any military authority. Then, Isabel arranged for him to collude with the heretics, the Shadow Knights. He then harnessed that newfound power to trample upon Calpheon, our city, built upon the sanctity of Elion with the sweat of our ancestors. They've laid waste to the Callus Parliament, our esteemed assembly of Calpheon's noble citizens, and left naught but ruin in their wake. Clearly, it was a plot to eradicate the legacy of our great republic, using Jordine as a pawn. The vile Enkarosha scheme was to seize absolute authority by regressing our enlightened, progressive republic back to its days as a barbaric monarchy. Your Honor, I submit the ledger of the manager of Montvidal, obtained by the Light Merchant Guild, as evidence.
What? What's going on between House Light and House Enkarosha? Haven't they shared control of the Shan Alliance for over a decade?
Indeed. When the dust of this debacle settles, what will become of the Alliance? Will it be dissolved?
That money-worshipping House Enkarosha. Their stuffed coffers will soon be made stuffed coffins.
I can't believe she prepared so thoroughly for this.
I thought Jeffrey's marriage to Isabel would save our house. How can this happen?
Order! This will be admitted as evidence, Exhibit 1. Defendant, respond to the plaintiff's claim.
The stench of conspiracy wafts from that end, Your Honor. My father, Enrique Enkarosha, is a noble and upstanding member of the Callus Parliament. Why would the daughter of an esteemed representative attempt to overthrow their republic for a monarchy? It is preposterous.
Instead of providing concrete evidence like the plaintiff, it seems the defendant is merely playing on our emotions.
The boy looks trembling, wait, not like her at all. Her friend they'd be this. But let me have you.
Adventurer, the record of the Ashen Usurper. Did you find it? I knew you would, but proceed with caution. Alina Light is a highly influential figure in the Republic.
Hero of Calpheon, you have something to say? Considering the special nature of this case, we did not permit either party an outside attorney. However, out of respect for your contributions, which will forever remain in the shining history of the Republic, I, Herman Foresio, grant you the right to speak under my authority. What do you have to say?
Great hero of Calpheon. Did you find issue with my claim?
Elena Light claim. Find a fair argument.
Or perhaps my argument and evidence were so flawless that you've forgotten your rebuttal.
Want to have time to the claims. So the rhetoric argument about that. Okay, menjünk sorba. Isn't it a bit of stretch to link a Jordan invasion of Calpheon with to restore the monarchy?
I admit, there may have been a leap in logic, but consider this. Jordine's goal has always been the downfall of Calpheon. What if, after all the power players are gone, only Jordine's allies are left standing? We can source countless records from the past about what happens when all power is consolidated into the hands of one man.
A person. Okay.
I admit, there may have been a leap. What if we can source...
Okay. Where is the proof of Isabel orchestrating between the Shadow Knights and Jordan?
The defendant, fully aware that the black stones from the extraction mill were falling into the hands of the Shadow Knights, chose to turn a blind eye. It's evident that she exploited this situation to forge a link between Jordine and the Shadow Knights. We have the ledger of Sir Edmund Dawson, the extraction mill manager. There's no way little Miss Meticulous Isabel didn't know about this.
Turn the blind eye, you say? Or from it, she was in the dark. Troubles at the extraction mill were settled by my own hand. Ledger can rest its contents. Look here, there's a record of an unprized sword. Tribute put on. Did in anger.
An unidentified sword? Why would Edmund do something so stupid?
I will admit the evidence from both sides. Let's see. Both records match Sir Edmund's handwriting. What the defense is questioning among these records is the sword without any workshop production records. Correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. The sword is known as the Ashen Usurper, a symbol of the Shadow Knights. So, according to the ledger, the first one to make initial contact with the Shadow Knights was none other than Sir Edmund Dawson, not House Encarosha.
What? What does she mean? Sir Edmund was the first to contact those heretics? What's going on?
Wait. The black crystals in Serendia are controlled by the Light Merchant Guild. Could they have been orchestrating things behind the scenes?
Order! The plaintiff must substantiate the defendant's assertion.
It's just some old sword without any origins. Where is the evidence that it's the Ashen Usurper? House Light oversees the extraction mill, but the operation of produced goods is managed by the Jean Merchant Guild. At that time, Isabel Incarosha was in charge of Serendia. So who would Sir Edmund be reporting to at the time? Her. It would have been Isabel Incarosha. Your Honor, please examine the essence of the situation first.
Everything presented her entirely, but in reality, 10% lies. So the fact that at Edmund who delivered the Ashen Sword to Jordan directly from him.
That is correct. The castle entry records accurately reflect this. I can attest to it as head butler, if Lady Durette allows.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course, naturally. When was that? Was it the night I had too much to drink and
passed out.
What did you say? Your Honor, the defendant is now using her position to spread false information.
Alien is about to make a counter-engagement and an expert makes their entrance.
Enough! Councillor Light, that sword, it is indeed the Ashen Usurper.
Your Honor, I would like to call as my witness the manager of the Serendian extraction mill, Sir Edmund Dawson.
Sir Edmund Dawson? He's alive? Oh dear, he looks terrible.
What's he doing showing up here all of a sudden? Did he have a change of heart?
Look at Alina Light's face. Red as Calpheon's colors. She's so flustered. Goodness me, this is something to save her.
Order in the court! You may call the witness. Sir Edmund Dawson, is what you have said true?
Yes, Your Honor. The Ashen Usurper, Sword of the Shadow Knights, was delivered by me to the Grand Chamberlain.
You handed over such an item to the enemy of the Republic. You will be held accountable for your actions in due course. For what reason did you deliver such a thing to him? Tell us the reason, so that the people may understand.
At that time, I was under severe pressure regarding the quota assigned to me by Councillor Alina Light. In the midst of this, a woman came to see me. She seemed to know all about my troubles. She introduced herself as Elezra, and she promptly put forth a proposition. She said that if I gave the sword, the Ashen Usurper, to Jordine, she would give me the black stones that I needed to meet the quota. Looking back now, it was a ridiculous deal. But at that time, I was in a tight spot, and thus, not in my right mind.
Did you just say Elezra?
Yes. So I hastily went to visit Jordine during the night, and presented the sword to him as a gift. The Grand Chamberlain later used that gift to make an attempt on my life. As he plunged the blade into me, he whispered, "As the Dark Ones demanded."
The suspicion of collusion between Jordine and Isabel has been cleared. Bailiff, detain Sir Edmund Dawson.
The
remainder of the trial will now resume. Back to the initial claim. Why did the defendant sponsor...
Why did the defendant sponsor the Baron of Montfordel? Exactly why? You intended to overthrow Calpheon.
For Calpheon, to prevent his sword and his army from being pointed at Calpheon. While the Baron maintained military tension within Serendia, Jordine could not advance into Calpheon, not with an enemy behind him.
Do you expect the people of Calpheon to believe such innocent intentions? We are talking about House Encarosha. Are we to believe that a house, notorious throughout Calpheon for their greed, made a donation in the name of justice?
Isabel?
Never fear, Rookie. I've kept a small trick up my sleeve for just such an occasion. Here's the property deed for the Golden Toad Inn, and the investment contract for the Montfordel land. Go ahead, present these as evidence. It's time to turn the tides of the trial.
I request to evidence.
This is the property deed for the Golden Toad Inn. It was being operated by the Heidel League of Merchants. Having obtained this, all the businesses of the Heidel League of Merchants fell under the ownership of the Jean Merchant Guild. And the same goes for the funds allocated to Montfordel. They weren't just for military support. Donations for justice? I don't think so. It was a careful investment by the Heidel branch of the Jean Merchant Guild. An investment befitting House Encarosha, prioritizing profit above all else. Isn't that right, Baron of Montfordel?
Of course. 30% of the Montfordel land's shares were transferred to the Heidel branch of the Jean Merchant Guild.
Considering this, the ledger submitted by House Light was counterfeit evidence concocted to support her narrative. Great citizens of Calpheon, I, Isabel, see money as a mere tool, not the final goal. Little by little, I aim to wield these tools to further the prosperity of Calpheon.
You already had a card up your sleeve. I have nothing left to teach you, Isabel. You truly have what it takes to become the head of House Encarosha. I am so proud of you.
Thank you, Father. Counselor Elena Light, you cannot defeat me. Do you see that now?
Observe Elena's reaction.
Isabel, you knew it all along. How dare you? How dare you mock me? So much for her confidence.
It seems even the prestigious House Light is not immune to misfortune.
Expected with your irrefutable evidence, court buzzes.
Order in the court! If there are no further claims or additional evidence, I shall hear their closing arguments and deliver judgment.
Court falls silent once more. Are drawing the bell. Depending on evidence all along. Now, that whole act hard to losing power. Final argument. Heard the final argument.
Isabel Incarosha, have you prepared your final argument?
Respected Chief Counselor, Council members, and esteemed citizens of our great Calpheon. A family obsessed with expanding their enterprise and caring only for coin. An arrogant family of peddlers audaciously aiming to engulf the prestigious House Urn and masquerade as nobility. We of House Encarosha are well aware of such public sentiments. We won't deny it. After all, it's the truth. However, as members of the sacred Callus Parliament, our house has never committed a shameful act against the Republic. I implore you, do not misconstrue my efforts, my tireless endeavors to crush Jordine's ambition. Do not misinterpret my desire to protect the Republic of Calpheon and its citizens. With tears and hope, I ask you to show that justice still lives on in the Republic. That is all.
All the evidence presented by the hero of Calpheon unequivocally reveals the truth of this case. For the hearing of case number 286-192, suspected collusion with Jordine Ducasse, I find the defendant not guilty.
This is all thanks to you, adventurer.
Oh, people are true. Everyone is crumbling power. Like Edmond was in. Ran into her sooner than we think. What about you? Her?
With this, the hearing for case number 286-192 is closed. The Calpheon Judicial Committee is dismissed. Hero of Calpheon, you've done it again. May I count on your support in the upcoming election?
Okay, right. Talk. Okay.
Nothing like a breath of fresh air after being cooped up for so long. And seeing Alina's scowling face, that was the cherry on top.
You've been through a lot.
What did I do? You're the real hero here. You know, I've even started to believe in fate. Remember when I hounded Bobby Lauren for his debt? Would our paths have crossed if I hadn't? I think they would have. We were bound to meet and make a difference together, one way or another. Rest up for today, Rookie. Povius will take special care of you.
Yeah. Talk Povius.
Adventurer, on behalf of House Encarosha, I want to express my gratitude to you once again.
I was just pursuing my own adventure.
Indeed, you always stay true to yourself. I suppose you're about to set off on another adventure? Speaking of which, there's a matter I've been investigating personally. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Do you recall when Lady Isabel collapsed at the wheat plantation? Her condition at the time was indeed due to black stone poisoning. There was no doubt about it. Professor Gorgath suggested it might be due to prolonged exposure to black stones. But from what I recall, she came into direct contact with a black stone only once.
She received it. I don't know. Provide it. Yeah.
That's right. Back in the day, it took miners a good while to get poisoned from the black stones. For her to get poisoned in such a short time, could it be that she had been secretly engrossed in alchemy? Or she had no choice but to directly absorb the black stone into her body, meaning she might have ingested it? But when could this have happened? Any ideas? I have one particular moment in mind.
Been Lady Norma?
You've reached the same conclusion, then. That's the only time that seems plausible. House Light has a long history with the Black Stones, after all. Hard to picture that sweet old lady who lends her aid to the less fortunate turning to poison, eh? My friend, it seems you still have much to learn about the world. Everyone goes through this life wearing a mask. You only get a glimpse of their true faces when you gaze into the very depths of their being. Leave this matter to me. Now you should take a well-deserved rest.
Oh, then, isn't...
Oh, epilogue. Okay. Wrap up the day. Yeah. Here to be head as the hero of Calpheon after balance. Yeah? Day of Calpheon banquet held. Honor has finally come. But okay. Huh? Oh, yes. Okay. Because oh, herregud. Ja. Négy. 3, 4.
I saw it with true
It's truly an honor to meet you.
We've been awaiting your return.
My Isabel knew a hero when she saw one. Ah, here's our hero now. You've arrived. Welcome, welcome. This is all for you. Citizens of Calpheon, a great hero has graced us with their presence. Now that our hero has joined us, let us all raise a toast to the future of Calpheon. Isabel, come.
Yes, Father.
It is your turn to greet the citizens.
Ah! Adventurer, there you are. You look well rested. I suppose I can make the toast on your behalf, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's toast to the bright future of our Republic of Calpheon and to the adventures that lie ahead for our great hero. To the future! To the future!
And the blanket for Ralucant Versu, right? Like Isabel has something to tell you. And yeah,
How was the banquet? I made sure everything was perfect for the new head of the Jean Merchant Guild's Calpheon branch.
What's the situation with the House of Light?
Obviously, the Jean Alliance has now been dissolved. 10 years. That's a long time for a partnership. We agreed to overlook their transgressions in exchange for the acquisition of all their shares. Thanks to you, the Kepler trade rights you secured for Alina now fall to us. How was the banquet? I made sure everything was
What are you
perfect for the
planning
new
for the
head.
future?
Well, for starters, I'll do my best to ensure my father wins the upcoming election. And I'll be running for a seat on the Callis Parliament as well. That trial really helped me gain a lot of support from the citizens. It could be the first time in the Republic's history that 2 council members hail from the same house. All thanks to you. How was the banquet? I made
What
sure
about your
everything was
engagement with
perfect for the
Joffrey?
new head of... I only agreed to the engagement because of my father's insistence. I never planned to actually marry the man. Besides, thanks to you, our family's standing isn't as precarious as it once was. We no longer need the facade of House Ern, but I suppose I'll have to marry someone eventually, right? The hero of Calpheon would be quite the political asset. I'm teasing you. Don't take it too seriously. What? No, really? Have you never heard a joke before? How was the banquet? I made sure everything was perfect
From
for the
Branch
new
Head?
head of the
What do
Jean.
you mean?
Yes, it's a special promotion. You're the hero of Calpheon, after all. The rookie status doesn't quite do you justice any longer, does it? Oh, don't worry about my father or me. We've arranged for you to run the Calpheon branch independently. Pervious will be there to support you. He might not say it, but he respects you a lot. Don't worry. How was the banquet? I made...
Okay. Works?
Adventurer, the hero of Calpheon. And our hero's advisor, Wolfgang Volks.
What happened to Adri Vida?
He lost sight of what's important in his pursuit of power. All that's left is to mourn the soldiers who fell in battle. It's heartbreaking, really. But the Captain Vidal I remember, if he's the same man who shared life and death with me on the battlefield, surely he'll realize his mistakes someday.
Adventurer, the
Escort that
hero
you
of
assigned to me.
As for Asland, it was a true tragedy. We've gathered his remains and buried him in a sunny spot. He was a bright young man who faced rigorous training with a smile. If you find yourself missing him, perhaps you could pay a visit to his grave.
Adventurer, the hero of
Any interesting
Calpheon.
news?
There's a piece of news that might pique your interest. To the south of Calpheon lies the forest of the goddess, Camasylvia. It's a realm of women, where the daughters of the goddess Sylvia reside. It's been isolated for a while, so there's been no interaction with the Republic. But recently, there have been unsettling reports coming from the border.
Adventurer, the hero
What
of
are you
Calpheon.
planning for the
And
future?
listen closely, and don't be surprised. I've been appointed as Lady Isabel's aide. This humble man, Wolfgang Volks, is steadily climbing the ladder of success. Of course, I'm still fulfilling my duties as the Chief Security Officer of the Trina Knights. A second body would come in handy right now. I was commanded by the Councillor to maintain my profession while accumulating political experience. It's not a simple request.
Adventurer, the hero of
Aha,
Calpheon.
all thanks to the advice
And
of
our...
Fox.
After our tales of valor filled the streets of Calpheon, people have been seeking my counsel. Maybe you should be calling me Advisor Volks from now on. What? You think I'm making too much of a fuss? Nonsense. Look here. The blacksmiths of Calpheon are practically lining up for my advice.
Adventurer!
Okay. Talk to Enrique.
Oh, the hero of Calpheon. Welcome, welcome. My apologies for how rudely I treated you on your last visit to my office.
What happened with House Aran?
I, Enrique, started my merchant life at 17. Out of the hundreds of others who got the same start, I'm the only one living like this now. How did I get here? By outsmarting the talented ones, sending off the less competent, and the traitorous ones, like Dominic Ern, I get rid of. Pervious, light me a cigar. Oh, the hero of Calpheon. Welcome, welcome. My
Congratulations,
apologies for how rudely I treated you. For what? Isabel? Or the guild takeover? It's all thanks to you for standing by my daughter's side. I don't know what tricks those light women used back then, but my bribes went untouched. It was quite vexing. But you turned the tables so eloquently. It's like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Oh, the hero of Calpheon.
Okay, obvious.
Congratulations on becoming the new Calpheon branch head. It's truly an honor to serve the hero of Calpheon.
Where can I find a Calpheon branch?
Oh, let me show you. It's the office that Councillor Elena Light used to occupy, but now it's ours. Should you win the hearts of our guild members, you will be able to purchase quality goods at favorable prices. Congratulations on becoming the
Are
new
you sure
Calpheon
you are
branch
okay with
head.
me?
It's truly,
The boss?
of course, I'm a simple man, so I can't say I'm entirely pleased that the recruit I selected has now become my superior, but our guild prioritizes merit above all else. If it's the hero of Calpheon, I'm more than willing to serve.
Eh? Okay.
Congratulations on becoming...
Okay, and... Elena.
The hero of Calpheon. It would have been better if you'd met me first.
Still, it was a cowardly move.
Cowardly.
Coward.
What a petty taunt. Just a cheap shot loser's toss at winners. Had Jordine won the war, people would have criticized him for cowardly using the power of heretics. The term cowardly is often used to assuage their bruised egos. I understand your point, but your argument is flawed. Got it? The hero of Calpheon.
You know what?
It would have been better if you'd met. You come here knowing everything, yet you ask that. Why? Do you despise her for being a wolf in sheep's clothing? It's laughable, really. You side with Isabel, but do you know how her father made his fortune? It's blood money, earned by trampling upon countless lives. She's a privileged lady raised on that money. Do you understand? In contrast, my sister is saving countless lives to this very day. She's like a living embodiment of Elion, the hero of...
Even those who help you, Poland, where he is for you. Calpheon epilogue. I'm still reading. Right. Oh. For that. Okay. Do we...
Don't worry about that. It's just so
Adam.
beautiful.
Thanks to you, to enjoy such a feast. How have things been lately? I mean, with that entity in your head.
So, what's your plan now?
I'm off to Medea. An ancient ruin has been discovered there. The Shen Merchant Guild has contracted me to form an expedition group. If you continue to pursue Elezra, we'll likely meet again. Medea is her homeland after all. Thanks to you, I get to enjoy
It's
such
trying
a
to
feast.
control me more than
How
ever.
have things been lately? I mean, with that entity in your head. Of course it is. Didn't I warn you from the start? That it would try to dominate you. It's nothing short of a miracle that you've held out so far. You do well to keep your wits about you going forward. Thanks to you, I get to...
Yes?
Wow, so much yummy food! Do the people of Calpheon eat like this every day?
Yes, done a great job too.
We stopped Belmorn together, didn't we? So that makes us friends, obviously. Can't get much friendlier than that. When times are tough, when there's trouble, or when I'm feeling lonely, can I call you? Really? I can? Thank you!
No.
Wow, so much yummy
What exactly
food.
are you?
Me? Are you questioning the identity of such a cute and adorable genius? I'm Yaz. Is there any more to know? Wait, where did Luffy and Martha get off to? Those guys, really, always running off without me. Wow, so much yummy.
Eh? Orwen?
Adventurer, how are you feeling? The origin of ancient light must have taken a toll on you.
Your ears look a bit different.
Oh, I was born from the mixed union of a Luthragon and a human woman. I wandered the world until my master took me in. Luthragon refers to the sons of the goddess Sylvia. Her daughters are called Ganel and Vidir. They reside in Karma Sylvia and Dodilita. Born from the same womb, yet they utterly despise each other. Adventurer, how are you feeling?
Are you alright?
Me? I'm fine. I don't have a black spirit, you see. More importantly, I'm relieved to see that you're all right. But your black spirit, even after being exposed to the origin of ancient light, seems to have drawn even greater power. It appears to be different from the black spirits that we, the secret guards, have previously witnessed. Adventurer, how are you feeling?
Your eyes seem full of questions. Ask away. I shall do my best to provide answers.
What exactly is the...
You remain untainted by the Black Spirit and pose such a question. You certainly have an extraordinary will and spirit. All we know is that it's a primordial being, residing in this land since time immemorial. Observing you may shed light on unknown facets of its existence. We look forward to more discoveries, with your help. Your eyes seem full of questions.
How did you find
Ask
the
away.
origin
I
of
shall
ancient
do it.
light?
Your sudden departure certainly caused a good bit of trouble for Eden, Owen, and Yaz. Eden was injured in his quest for the origin of Earth, and Owen even encountered Belmorn. Yet it's through these trials we came together, overcoming crises as one. Your eyes seem full of questions.
Why does this
Ask
rise
away. I
the
shall
west
do my
and
best
set
to
in the
provide
east?
answers. You find the sun's rising in the west peculiar? There's a mystical quality about you, truly. It's commendable for a scholar to question all phenomena. But you're not a scholar, are you? In this world, such is the natural order. Unless, of course, the sky and the earth were to flip. Your eyes seem full of questions. Ask away. I shall do my best to provide answers.
Ever seen ruin upside down?
Ah, you've been hunting ancient relics with the Black Spirit. You're referring to the one that hangs from the ceiling, aren't you? Its roots reach deep into an abyss far beyond our understanding. What lies within that abyss remains a mystery to all. Perhaps you, in time, may stand at the edge of that abyss. But remember, never assume the abyss you see is all that there is. Your eyes seem full of questions. Ask away.
Who are
I
you
shall
really?
Who am I? Merely an old man, wondering about how this world came to be and how it will eventually fade. I seek out secrets hidden from the world, and help hide those that should never see the light of day. That's the essence of the Secret Guards, and, by extension, the Society of Equilibrium, a devoted order that protects secrets and maintains balance. Your eyes seem full of questions.
It's like our past friends. Stubbornly. Look, he was all doomed by insect. At her now, she's exactly going. Oh. Portal. Okay. Interesting.
Adventurer, you've finally done it all. But where might Sir Jordine be?
Quite happy. Her face.
Really? Does it show? Actually, I received a letter from him. He secluded himself somewhere in the mountains. He wouldn't tell me where exactly. It's frustrating. I could drop everything and run straight to him. No, the people of Serendia come first. Once the country is stabilized, maybe then. Adventurer, you've
Don't
finally
seem too
done it,
busy
or what?
lately.
Don't even start. Don't even remember the last time I took a rest. I've been up to my neck in work without end. I'm experiencing firsthand just how difficult Sir Jordine's life was and how diligently he lived it. When I return, there'll be a mountain of paperwork waiting for me. Honestly, I don't desire to return. Adventurer,
Okay.
Adventurer, your fame is truly remarkable. Everyone gathered here is singing your praises.
Don't tell me you still have for her.
What are you saying? You'll cause a scandal. I have a family now, you know? Now it's not the time for Jarrett to be the subject of such gossip. Do not speak of such things again. I swore to protect House Rundy a long time ago. Do you understand? Answer me! Adventurer, your
This
fame
seems to
is
be
truly remarkable. Everyone
from
gathered
Jarrett.
here. Isn't it only natural for the Grand Chamberlain to manage the schedule of the future Duchess and escort her? Jarrett has never really worked a day in her life. I have to teach her everything from scratch, so I have no choice but to stick around. Wait, why are you looking at me like that? Adventurer, your...
Okay.
Rinse your mouth before savoring. If you don't, you won't be able to taste it.
Out of 1,000. Honey.
Johnson.
Blackstone! It feels like bugs are crawling all over me.
Why did Shadow Knights did Jordan?
In it. On him. In the end, all the decisions were made by the Grand Chamberlain. He couldn't resist the words from the sword and went to the Shadow Knights on his own, didn't he? All I did was ask him to take good care of the extraction mill and gave him a fine sword. That's all.
Why were you looking for high to the Blackstone?
I'm just trying to cover the shortfall in production. House Light has no mercy. Just sought the Blackstone to survive, but never thought it would poison me. Why are you fine even after touching it? More importantly, do you have any Blackstones on you? Just a tiny one.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Blackstone poisoning causes loss of consciousness, but in return, your body becomes stronger. That's something you know better than I, eh? But right now, I'd rather die.
Oh, they're prisoners. Okay. The resting place and pay your respect. Okay. Last mission for Calpheon. Trendia. The Magus. Oh. No media. I'd completed quest. Dark Knight, Power, Dark Knight, Colonels, okay, Serendia. Calpheon most. But and oh, Media doesn't. Fine. Their character. Honor the heroes. Oh, names. Those who fought valiantly for their country are inscribed here. Read. O knights of Calpheon, clad in fierce valor, O Eterna youth, it's our grand republic. Side by side, the heroes towards free. Deterred by the darkness of those familiar name is Jocelyn tells. Heroes who many soldiers yes and defending Calpheon. Benefits them word. And yep, suddenly got to break.